Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and this is your twin flame forecast for the week of November the 5th through the 11th, 2018. Welcome back. If this is the first time that you're tuning into my channel, please go ahead and hit the red subscribe button as well as the notification bell icon so that way you can be notified of any future videos that I do publish on this channel. That being said and done, let's get into your twin flame forecast. So this week for you, a lot of you divine feminines and divine masculines out there are going to be finding that there is this culmination of energy where a lot of you may be, finding that your intuitive abilities are very on point. You're getting some validation this week from things that maybe you've been picking up about your twin flame or situations that are involving your twin flame and other people on the outside of your relationship or your connection. A lot of you could be finding that, you are tuning in and you know the outcome of certain situations, but you're like thinking, maybe I'm just, imagining all of this. Maybe it's just me trying to pretend to be psychic in some kind of way, but you're really kind of second guessing yourself. And then you have that later this week where you get that validation. Someone comes to you and tells you, this happened. You're like, oh my God, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that this was going to be the outcome. And then you have that aha moment where you're validated. You're feeling like, you were definitely, being guided by a higher power. A lot of you have a lot of angelic assistance this week. But you always have angels around you, but this week they're very much more prominent and around you, and you're feeling that energy, that love, and that warmth from them. Spirit is saying that, if there's something that's going on between you and your twin flame where you don't feel like right now you're in the best terms of communication, that things are coming together. You're working together at the soul level on the astral plane. You're also working together here in the physical realm. Regardless if your communication's not the best right now, there could be periods where they're thinking of you, and this is not astral when you think of someone, but they are thinking of you as much as you are thinking of them, but you may not feel that connection. You may be feeling like very burdened by it. A lot of you are going to be very emotional this week. There's going to be periods where you're going to cry. You're going to feel like you need to purge. You're going to feel angry or upset, especially for those of you that are not with your twin flames because they are with someone else or they are ignoring you, in some kind of way. You're feeling like they're not, being communicative with you. They're maybe with someone else, and maybe they fear the true love that you have for them in many ways. So Spirit is basically saying that you need to get grounded. You need to break all of the codependencies that you have with them, waiting for their text message, or you're just getting upset because they post something on social media about, them and their friends. Maybe they're very flirtatious in many ways, and that's just who they are, and you can't change that. You're only, like I've said before, you're only responsible for yourself. So Spirit wants you to, especially if you're an empath twin flame with empathic abilities, you need to get grounded. You need to go outside, spend some time meditating, doing things that reconnect you with your higher self. A lot of you could be feeling like you're hurt in many ways because you don't understand why your twin flame is, rejecting you, or they are, so much involved with someone else that you can see that it's not good for them. So if your, twin flame is seeing other people, they're very promiscuous or they're in open relationships, very much so, and their perception about sexuality and intimacy may not be sacred, may not be pure, because maybe that's their way of thinking right now. But Spirit is saying that there is something that they are realizing, some conversations that you've had with them that is making them really think about their actions in the past and how they perceive sex and they perceive love in many ways. It's not making them feel pure when they're in your presence. That's why they may be avoiding you in many ways. They may not be feeling very clean when it comes to you because you come from a pure soul, or you have a pure soul, and you're very authentic with who you are. You're not about the image or projecting, this, a certain image to impress people. You don't care about what people think about you. Ultimately, you're going to do you and be yourself. So a lot of you twin flames are dealing with that and feeling kind of like, maybe you're feeling like you're not protected by spirit, and the universe is allowing all of this bad, you know, shit to happen to you. But spirit is basically saying that you are protected and that you do have angels around you. You just need to continue to believe that they are there. Just like the oxygen that we breathe, we cannot always see it, when we're breathing it, but we know we have that faith that it's there for us and that we are going to breathe it. The same thing is with your angelic protection and your ancestors, your spirit guides. They're all there and they're protecting you. But you need to believe it in your heart. You need to believe it in your soul that they are there. A lot of you have lost faith because you could be very much attached to your twin flame, and you want, especially if they're not with you, you want them already to come around and see what you can see, but you can't force them to do that. It's all about their journey. We're all on our own individual journeys, and you can't change that. But Spirit is saying that you are bringing people into the light through your work. So this could be your family, people that you interact with, your work life. If you have to deal with people, there's some form of healing that you bring already to the table, and you are just, glowing, and you're very much in your zone right now. A lot of you also are finding that you're having to later, this week, you are going to have to step into a more powerful role, which could be meaning that you are going to be, dealing with disagreements, energies that don't necessarily involve your twin flame, but maybe in your work life, people that are involved, that you work with. You're going to have to, kind of speak your mind. There's a lot of, you could be feeling attacked by people. Receiving some kind of form of bullying, whether this is on social media or it's through text, but you are receiving something where you're having to come to the point and stand your ground and not let people walk all over you, because a lot of you have good hearts and your kindness can be taken for weakness. And this is something that maybe you're not seeing, especially if you're not very confident or your mind is more focused on your twin flame. Spirit is telling you that you need to stay very alert, and be very careful with people that you're interacting with. Don't sign anything or agree to anything unless you are fully invested in it, and don't feel like you need to answer on the spot. If they are offering you like a position or promotion to another department, but there's a lot of shady things that go on there, ask that person for a day at least, or 2 days, let them know, kind of set an expectation of when you will give them a response, but don't answer right there on the spot. Don't feel pressured to make a hasty decision. Spirit is wanting you to kind of stand your ground on that. You are also noticing that your dream times, a lot of you could be having some weird dreams about you and your twin flame, or you and your home life. A lot of you that would be living with your parents, or that would be living with other family members right now because financially it's more convenient for you. There is a prompt to move out and to get some independence and also get some privacy. A lot of you may be feeling like you're not, happy in your home life where you're living right now. There is someone in the midst who's maybe very controlling and wants to know, they're very nosy about every aspect of your life. And so this is prompting you some kind of moments of change. So a lot of you that are in, living with family members right now, you are, saving your money, and there is going to be some kind of changes coming up in 2019 for a lot of you. But this week could be one where you're kind of going places, investigating, making phone calls to kind of, carry out that plan. A lot of you are also in a form of release this week. You're, like I said earlier in this reading, that you would be purging a lot of your energies. You could be emotional, and you could be thinking, well, what is going on with me? What is going on? And it's just you clarifying your life, purifying your life, and really getting back to a stronger position where you no longer have to worry about that. Spirit is telling you that there is a lot of you that are going to be taking your life back, taking your power back, and really rewriting the future. Things are not going to stay the same way that they are now. So kind of rely on your soul tribe, your family, people that you trust, that that really have your back. They will be there to guide you and support you this week. In many ways that you didn't think that was possible. They could even, take you out to lunch, or, do something nice for you for a change, because you don't normally do something nice for yourself. So Spirit is asking, what makes you happy? What, activity, what can you do that do something that makes you happy? They want you to do that. They want you to also figure out, what is triggering you. There's something that is triggering some of you out there. This could be your twin flame. They know how to get under your nerves, or do things or say things that kind of make you upset. But you can't let those triggers define you and define your heart and your soul and who you are as a person, because it brings you into your shadow self and makes you feel a lot more darker energy around, your twin flame and around for yourself. So this could actually be pushing both of you away instead of bringing you closer together. And if you've been working incessantly, Spirit is telling you to take a break. That it's, you don't have to continue to be on this machine of kind of working yourself and working yourself very hard, and you're pushing yourself because you're not, having moments to relax. There's a lot of tension that surrounds you, and you need to relax. You need to have some time to do things that you enjoy. So a lot of you may decide you need to take a vacation, go to the beach if the weather's good. There's something that you need to do. And your home life is requiring you to, those of you that wouldn't be living with family members, but maybe living in your own personal, home or space, living space. There's something maybe that you need to do, like buy some new furniture or rearrange something. There's something that you need to do in your home that is requiring your attention. But ultimately, in home is where you feel safe and where you feel your sacred spaces, where you're able to recollect your thoughts and whatnot. So this week is not a negative week. It's a week about introspection, really, breaking patterns and really getting the strength to stand up for yourself, because a lot of you have forgotten to do that, and so people are walking over you in many ways. So this was the reading for this week for the twin flames, the twin flame forecast for the week of November 5th through the 11th, 2018. If you this is the first time that you're tuning in, please hit the red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and it's listed here. It's at Psychic Medium Ray. That's my handle. And then if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can go to my website. That's www.raymondguzman.net. And you can just go to the shop section, and you can go there to see all of my readings. Or if you'd like to pick up a copy of my new book, it's called Starseed Footsteps. This is a book that talks about spiritual topics, everything from angels, demons, to what happens to our soul when we die, crystals, dream time, sleep paralysis, all of these things. You can pick up an autographed copy on my website, or if you'd like just a non-autographed copy, a regular copy, you can pick it up on Amazon or barnesandnoble.com. So blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week.